Could we start by getting your name first, please?
My name is Bessie Williams Ernst. I live in Detroit, and I've lived here almost all my life.
And so to start, what does a successful commemoration of July 1967 look like to you?
I'm wondering about the word successful commemoration because there's so many memories that I have that are good and bad. But I would like to see some markers, some historical markers around the city that people could visit and see. And I'd like to see more in terms of in the places like here where there's a section on that and the people can come. It's got to be more than just a chapter in a history book. It's got to be something that they can learn a lesson from. And if that can happen, that's more important than anything else. Some written history of us.
All right. I think it does. And so what do you call the events of July 1967 and why?
Why do I recall them?
So what do you call them? So again, people use different terms like riot, rebellion. So what terms do you use?
I refer to it as a riot because it started as a riot. And it became, at some point, called an insurrection. In fact, I think the commission that studied that ended up calling it an insurrection. But it was a riot. It was a riot against the tyranny that was going on in the city at that particular time, mainly involving the police. I'm sorry to say, mainly involving the police. And we did make some changes afterwards, but I think that's the thing that sticks out. And in all the things that are going on now in other cities, it's the police. And I'm sorry about that. You know, we used to tell our kids, look up to the policeman. And they're afraid of the police now. And I'd like some retraining in some sort of way. The attitude has to change.
And so how do you see the city today?
It's hard to see the city today with all the construction that's going on now. But I see big buildings going up. I see downtown being enlarged. I see all the sports arenas and things, and to me it's going to become almost like a circus town. But it was a city with people and neighborhoods and schools, and it's different now. We have the electric thing going down Woodward Avenue. What did we name that?
It's the M1 rail.
And there's another name for it, though, named after...
The Q line?
Yes. And I really would have preferred, if I had my choices, that they named it the CMC line, which would have meant the Cultural Center, the Medical Center, and the Civic Center. And it would have outlined the areas that we have that they could get on that bus and go through there and take care of their business. But hey, I'm just a citizen.
And lastly, then, and you kind of touched on this, where do you see the city going?
I don't think I will ever see the city in the direction that they're trying to go, because there's so much, right now there's so much crime in this city, and it wasn't like that before. And people are leaving, and people are coming in, and people who are coming in are being brought in by big companies. Some of them stay in the city. Some of them leave the city and come in every morning. If you watch the Chrysler freeway coming in early morning, beginning around 6 o'clock, it's packed. And around 3:30 or 4, it starts exiting the other way. So people are coming in for work when people in Detroit don't have work. And people are leaving out, and when they leave out, they take with them the monies and the jobs. And it's a sad thing, and somehow we've all got to sit at the table and work this thing out, because it's something that's happening all over our country. And I'm so sorry to say that.
Thank you.